All right, we are live and welcome. Good evening. I'm Monique Nicole Holmes, and I am the creator and founder of Employee to Designer, which is a coaching program that helps emerging interior designers create a six-figure residential interior design business while helping them transition from their full-time jobs. So I'm so excited tonight because I have one of our recent graduates from the program. She is a talented and amazing interior designer, and I want to talk with her about her experience in the program. So, without any further ado, let me welcome Miss Angie Holmes. Welcome.
Thank you.
So I like to just kind of, I want to just for us to just talk about what your experience has been like, some of the things you've learned, and how things are going for you right now. So before we get into that, tell me a little bit about how did we connect? Can you remind me like how we connected or how you learned about employee to designer?
Okay. I learned about Employee to Designer I learned about Monique through Design Files. So I've been using that program for my designs and for my clients. And they had a contract that was a template that she created. And I learned about, um, and using her contract, I basically just researched her after that. And then I was very intrigued and interested in learning about her having a coaching program. And I knew that I needed a lot of help. And so I reached out to her or to
Awesome.
you.
Yeah.
I reached out to you.
That's right. Yeah, you did. That's right. It was through Design Files. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Thanks for reminding me about that. So tell me a little about what things look like for you and for your business before you joined the Employee to Designer program.
So I started actually trying to create my business about maybe in 2018, I want to say around that time.
Mhm.
And I had no idea of how to run a business. And so I was basically I wasted a lot of time trying to figure out what to do, trying to figure out how to run the business. Also, I'm not formally trained in design, so I was also training myself in that area as well. And it was just a combination of trying to do both things. And I just found that I kept going around in circles and kept just, you know, trying to do too many things and not knowing what was actually moving me forward. So it took, I thought I could do it on my own. I looked at a whole bunch of resources, and I just finally figured out that I really need some help.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
even really know the help existed. So I
Yeah.
was really happy to find out that, there are coaches out there for, this work. And I was happy to finally, find you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad that you did, and it was a pleasure working together. And I actually, it's funny because I hear that a lot, like a lot of up and coming designers or designers who are looking to start their own business. They don't know that there is support and there are coaches like myself out there.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I'm glad that you did find this resource that can support you in building your business. So kudos for you for going out and seeking the information, because that's one of the things that I know I'm really adamant about coaching in the program is that knowledge is power, right? It's information. And in order to get to the next step or get to where you want to go, you have to seek out the information that you need. So kudos to you for doing that,
Thank you.
taking that step. So tell me a little about what hesitations or even fears that you might have had before making the investment into the program and joining the program. And what would you say to someone who has these same hesitations or fears that you
Well,
might have had?
For me, my hesitation, I guess, just wanting to make sure that this was going to be something that was going to move me forward. Like, this is the right thing to do. Because I feel like I've tried so many different things. I never had personal help, like with a
Mhm.
actual person, but I've done a number of just courses maybe that I've taken in business and trying to get the business started.
Mhm.
And I've looked at a whole bunch of information from people and even paid for some, information, whatever I could try to get my hands on. So
Right.
I just wanted to make sure that, okay, this is actually, going to move me forward, and it's not just another thing that I'm adding to that's not going to actually help me.
Right. Information overload, right?
Right, exactly. And so, I mean, the difference is I'm working with an actual person. So that was the different part about it, not looking at modules. I mean, I am looking at modules, but it's personal help. So that was the different aspect of it. So yeah, so that was my hesitation. I
Mhm.
guess the other hesitation would have been financially. It was pricey, but I definitely feel like it was an investment. So, I
Mhm.
mean, you have to invest in your business. That's just what you have to do.
Yeah.
And it pays off in the end, I'm sure. I know it. I know it will. So I'm not even kind of worried about that. But that was a hesitation as well.
Right. 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 Now that's good. That's good. Now, what would you say to someone who has those same hesitations or fears?
I
Like,
would say go for it. I'm definitely working with a coach, especially someone who's in the field, that, and they know, they've done it. They've had probably a lot of the same mistakes that you are going through with.
yeah.
Just do it. It's worth it. It will help you. It will relieve the stress of just trying to do it on your own. And it's just better to have that guidance, have a plan, and it will help you to be more productive as well.
Yeah, yeah. That's great advice. I think about coaching, and even for myself, I remember I would say about probably about 10 years ago is when I started learning about coaching. Not just my program, but just for my personal self, investing in coaching for myself. And, what I realized is something you just mentioned is that, that accountability and having that one-on-one support is so, so powerful, because it's kind of like, I look at it like, wanting to lose weight, right? I know for me, that's always a goal. That's always been a goal my entire life, just trying to stay fit and healthy. And, no matter how much you go to the gym by yourself and you work out, right? It's a completely different experience when you have a coach,
Yes.
somebody who's going to push you, beyond the limits of even which your own mind can fathom that you can do. And, it does make a big difference, because you're able to have someone be able to hold you accountable, guide you, steer you off when you might be going the wrong direction.
Mhm.
And again, just, support you and keep you accountable. So that's good advice. And I can definitely relate. I actually need to book a session with my coach, my coach. And I even said to myself, I want to do it when I know that I'm going to commit to it, because
Right.
it is a commitment, right?
It's a commitment. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Especially when you're investing in something, in yourself or getting support. You want to make sure that you're going to stick to it
Right.
and you're going to be able to complete it. So that's good advice. Good. Okay. So tell me a little about after you joined the program, right? So for those of you who might be watching and not familiar with the program, it is a 12-week program, and it takes you from start to finish in building your business, right? So tell me a little about, how did you feel while you were going through the 12 weeks in the program?
So initially, well, the first module's on like mindset. So I felt like that was really important and the best start to the program, because you really have to, you know, get your mind in the game as far as like just training yourself to think positive and thinking that you can actually do this. You know, you have to take away the negative thoughts, the self doubt, all of that I had. So it was really important that that was the first part of the program for me, and just, you know, trying to train my thoughts and to really, you know, do the positive affirmations for myself. That was very helpful. I still have to continue to do that, and that's just something you can do, you know, all the time moving forward in life in general. It's just not with business, with everything. So it was that was, you know, that was one of the main things that really helped me. What was your other question
Oh,
again?
just like how you felt about the program, if they were, yeah.
So yeah, and so I mean, there were parts that was a little challenging, but it was nice to have that accountability. Like you said, it was wonderful knowing that, okay, I have work to do. I have, you know, a deadline of, you know, getting this stuff done, and I have someone who's supporting me and helping me. So that was the stress relief, and also just having that plan. I mean, it was really, you know, I've been round and round, going round and round, and finally I felt like I'm working towards my goals. I'm checking things off the list. I'm getting things done that I need to get done. And I really felt relieved, to be honest, that this was finally seeming like, okay, this is actually happening now. Like, this is, I can feel that this is actually
Right.
happening. So I was really excited about it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so I know you learned a lot in the program, right? Like you mentioned, it's not just theory, like it's action items, like it is designed to take you to the next step, right?
Exactly.
So, okay, the question is I just love to get feedback on is, what did you like best about the program? Right, so I know it's kind of hard, but this
What
is a lot.
what I liked best actually was the accountability. I liked someone holding me accountable, someone, you know, there that could guide me where I had questions. And you know, you still have to show up and do the work. Like, you have to do the work. But you were so great at just moving me forward, helping me to not get caught up on some things that I would get caught up on, because, you know, I can get caught up on some things. But just, you were so great at moving me forward, helping me to focus on what I need to focus on, and definitely just holding me accountable to what I need to do. And I like that the best. Like you said, that the whole trainer, you know, with the analogy with the trainer, that was the perfect analogy. That's how I would describe it to someone else as well,
Yeah.
because it really helps you to achieve your goals much quicker. And sometimes you don't even achieve your goal at all if you're just, you know, constantly, you would just give up and burn out.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate, and I'm really thankful that I had someone to hold me accountable.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for that feedback. And it's interesting because I found that, when people get confused or stuck, or they don't know what to do, or just not sure kind of what the next step is, most people do nothing. Confused people typically do nothing. And that's usually like the biggest hurdle that people have is, they'll, make a little bit of progress, and then they might get to a point where it's like, oh gosh, I don't know what to do next. And
Right.
because there's no one to go to ask questions and things like that, most people just give up. And so I appreciate you sharing that, because one of the things that I wanted to do in the program is offer like the group coaching session. So for those of you who don't know, in the program we have one-on-one sessions every week as a member, but then you also get access to our group sessions, which we have twice a month. And that's helpful because you get the opportunity to be around other people in the program who are on the same journey that you are on. And then also you get to ask questions, in a non-judgmental environment, right? Would you agree that
Yes,
you felt comfortable?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that's a really great point, that having that accountability is really helpful and important because, you got to be able to keep moving forward even when you feel like you might be stuck.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, good. Well, let me ask you this now. What specific things, now this is kind of like after the program, what specific things happened after you completed the program? Can you share um, some specific results or just things that you might want to aha moments?
Well, so I'm still working on just launching, but my
Mhm.
website is finally completed, and I am so happy
Yay.
about that. That's major because I've been trying to do that myself as well, and I don't even know what I was thinking.
Yay.
So that was a major goal that was accomplished, and I'm so happy that I finally have a visual and something to show and point people to. And I think just having that will propel me. Now I have to market myself. So
Mhm.
my next, goals right now is just trying to, market myself, get the word out there about my business,
Yeah.
and finally get some clients so I
Right.
can, get started here. But
Mhm.
it's definitely a huge accomplishment to have that website completed. So I'm
Yes.
so happy about it.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. That's great. That's great. And what would you say to someone who's where you were before you joined this program?
I would say to get help.
Mhm.
Don't try to do it by yourself. Do not try to do it by yourself. Like, there is help. You know, if you can get a coach, that's the best. Working with you personally is, to me, the best way to go about it. If you can join a group program, that is, something is better than not doing anything. But get that help, get that accountability. Definitely just don't try to do it by yourself. Don't try
Yeah.
to, because there's help out there. So definitely get the help that you need to get, and don't be afraid to, talk to people and just tell people about what you're doing so that they can, you never know where your help can come from. So
Yeah.
I would just say definitely let people know what you're doing, and definitely try to get the help that you need.
Awesome. That's good. That's good. I love that, because we talk a lot about that in the program of, you know, um, researching and getting information. And, I share a lot of resources in the program of like where to go to get this and where to go to learn this. So, yeah, I think that's great. That's great advice. Great advice. Well, this is good. I have enjoyed this. My last question is just about would you recommend the program? And if
Absolutely.
yes, why?
Without hesitation.
Why? And who
I
would you
have
recommend
been.
it to?
I have been totally.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
And who would you recommend this to? Like, who do you feel like this could really help?
I would recommend this to anyone who's interested in interior design. I'm doing solely e-design, so I mean all aspects of interior design, whatever area. If you're doing full service or e-design, she knows it all. So I would recommend anyone who's interested in interior design. She's your girl, or interior decorating.
Yep.
Monique is your girl.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, this has been a pleasure. Is there anything you want to share, in addition to what we talked about?
Um, I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm still moving forward with the next phase.
Yep.
So you will still see me
Yes.
because we have more work to do. But I just want to say I really appreciate, you helping me. I feel like, definitely there were moments where I just my brain was tired and I couldn't think, and you were actually doing the thinking for me. I remember those moments. So
Mhm.
it was very personal, and I really just appreciate how you've helped me move forward. And
Oh,
just your personality is just great. We just really, I feel like we clicked.
yeah, yeah. The feeling is mutual.
I think.
Well, thank you. Well, you're welcome, first of all. It's my pleasure. I love teaching. I love helping other people, especially in this arena, because, I went through the same exact journey, for you and other people who know my story. I worked a corporate job for many, many years, making six figures on my job, and I really had no reason financially to leave the advertising industry. But that I wanted to do something that was fulfilling to me, and I wanted to help other people. And I feel like we only get one life, right? We're only on earth, here one time. And so life is short, and I feel like we have the ability to create the life that we want. We just have to be bold enough and courageous enough to go after it. And so that's what I love doing, and helping other people just like you, go after what you, not only what you want, but what you deserve. So thank you for committing to this process and to the program. I'm super proud of you, and excited to continue in helping you with your journey to success and happiness and creativity and all the things that you're going to do in your business. And I know without a doubt that you're going to reach your goals. So thank you to you. All right. So that concludes our final interview with Miss Angie Holmes. Thank you for joining, or if you're watching the recording, thank you for watching. And if you have any questions about the Employee to Designer program, you can always go to our website. It's www.employeetodesigner.com. And Angie, I know your website is up now. If you want to share your personal information where people can reach you and they can connect with you, feel
Thank
free.
you. My website is www.happymakeoverafter.com, and that is www.happymakeover.com. Just wanted to
Yeah.
spell it for everybody. Thank you for
Awesome.
allowing me to share that.
Yeah, and I will actually I'll post it as well so people can connect with you and check you out. I'm excited. All right. Well, everyone have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining. And I can definitely tell you there's going to be more to come. You'll be seeing more of Angie coming very, very soon in her business. So definitely be on the lookout, and let's support each other, support her, send her a nice message. Congratulations if you're able to go over to her site, or connect with her on social media.
Thank
All
you.
right. Well, good night. And thanks, everyone. Thank you, Angie, for joining. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.